Hey, realtors, let's be honest. Your business lives or dies based on one thing: follow up. If you don't have a system to track your leads, follow ups, and past clients, you're leaving really thousands of dollars on the table. So, what's the solution? The solution is a CRM. But which one is the right one for you? Today, let's break down some of the best CRMs for real estate agents, helping you pick the right one. We're comparing KVCore, FollowUpBoss, LionDesk, Chime. Plus, I'll tell you exactly what features matter, whether it should be free or paid CRM, and most importantly, how to actually use a CRM to close more deals. And again, as always, I do want to hear from you. Drop a comment below. Tell me what CRM you are using right now, what you think about it, what you like, what you don't like. So let's dive in. All right, so let's talk options. There are a lot of CRMs in real estate out there today, but I only want to focus on some of the four that I like. I think the ones that are more widely used, and they are KVCore, FollowUpBoss, LionDesk, and Chime. Each of these have strengths and weaknesses, and we'll break them down to see which one fits for your business. So, KVCore, I think it's best for automation and lead generation. I find most people that are using KVCore as being offered for agents and brokerages that provide it. You can do it yourself. It does have a cost and expense to it, but you're going to see and hear some things that I think are really nice. One, KVCore has a really high volume lead generation tool that utilizes for a while now, really before we had access to it, some AI features. Some other key features that you really want to be aware of is it has a smart CRM where it will automate the follow-up. This tool is going to help you understand when people are more hot than others. It's using some of their proprietary information to figure this out, but it's really good. They also have some lead generation tools like like landing pages, as well as the ability to use and take advantage of IDX websites. IDX stands for Internet Data Exchange. It's a way of pulling the data from MLSs across the country into your landing page and giving a value for your clients to look for all homes, quote unquote, all homes in an area. It also has some AI-powered texting and email campaigns, which is going to take advantage of some predictive analytics to help you convert more leads. So the pros in here, it's built-in lead gen and automation. It also has the IDX website. It's advanced analytics. The cons, it's expensive. I think it starts out as a minimum of $75 per person, but again, it's usually a brokerage-based expense. And I'll be honest with you, while I love KVCore, I think it has a lot of bells and whistles. It can be overwhelming for solo agents. There's a lot to it. There's a lot of power. When I help people, I just tell them to master one thing at a time and move forward. And don't worry about all the extra stuff. You'll get to it when you get to it. But there's a lot there, so it can be overwhelming. But if your brokerage provides KVCore, I would say use it. It's such a powerhouse, and it does so well for lead conversion and automation of process and workflows. Next, FollowUpBoss. So FollowUpBoss has been around for a while, and it really has mastered a few things. And I think it's best for simplicity and really follow-up. So unlike KVCore, it does have a solo. I mean, and KVCore does have solo agent solutions, but I think FollowUpBoss has a little better job of working for solo agents or even small teams. And it will help the agents prioritize their follow-up over lead generation. Some of the features that you're going to see in FollowUpBoss is a smart contact management system that has some lead sorting and tagging solutions to it. Again, it automates follow-up sequences. It's got text, email, call reminders, and works well. It's actually has a direct integration with Zillow. So for those folks that are using Zillow lead generation, a lot of times it's required. but you can do that. But it also has, besides Zillow, Realtor.com, Facebook, etc., where you can build some of that integration straight in. So for that, some of the pros that you will see inside of FollowUpBoss. Again, I think it's a simple tool, so it's easier to use. I think it's very solid follow-up automation, and I think it's done very well in building integrations across many platforms. Again, the cons, monthly fee, it's up there. It's not a cheap tool. It's probably right around $70 per user. It does not have built-in lead generation. You're going to be referencing other tools, but again, that's where it's kind of focused itself. But if you're using follow-up, so if follow-up is your biggest struggle, FollowUpBoss is the way to go. That was butchered, but I'm leaving it in there. Next, LionDesk. Again, another one that's been around for a while, and it's very good. I think it does well for some affordability and some other technology tools. So if you got agents looking for a more budget-friendly CRM, I think this one does well. It also has focused a little bit on some video lead generation engagement solutions, which I will tell you right now is a big component, considering the fact that 80%, roughly speaking, of all consumable content has been done via video this past year. So video is where it's at, and I think they focus on it. Again, some of the key features, like most tools, there are some AI-powered auto response tools built in. They do have a built-in video texting solution. And I think they have a unique take on lead scoring, which makes it definitely a good tool to look at. Some of the pros for LionDesk is, again, the pricing is great. The video texting is a solid solution, and their AI autoresponders are great. Some of the cons, well, it's a tool. It's been around for a while. So the interface may need some updating or tweaking for a lot of folks. Probably not as many integrations that could be done as you see as some of the other tools that are out there today. But if you want an affordable CRM with video texting, LionDesk is a solid choice. Last tool to talk about, and again, there are many, many tools out there, but Chime is in place. It is really, it spent a lot of time on AI. So it's an AI-powered marketing and lead generation tool. It has tools like a Chime AI chatbot. It's got a lead scoring dashboard and even some pipeline tracking. So agents running paid Facebook, Google ads, this is great for that one, or AI-driven follow-up and lead scoring. Some of the key features, it's got an AI chatbot that engages in qualified leads, and it has a lead scoring system. It automates the SMS, email, and voicemail drops, which I think is helpful because, again, it's all about follow-up, follow-up, follow-up. So some of the pros that you're going to see inside of Chime. It's got an AI-powered lead nurturing tool. It's highly customizable and automated, built for high-volume leads. So this is for folks that are really churning the leads around. Cons. It's not cheap. It is up there in the price book. It has it out there as a major price point, hundreds of dollars a month. And again, much like KVCore, I do think this one has a fairly steep learning curve. If you're running digital ads, you need an AI-powered CRM to help convert them. Chime is probably the game changer that you're looking for. Now let's talk about what features actually matter when choosing the right CRM. So again, we want to look at what are those key features we're looking at? One, I think automation is a lot of things we should be looking for these days in our CRM. So what drip campaigns are out there for nurturing leads? What's already templated out? Is there automated text and email follow-ups? Your CRM should be working for you 24/7, even while you're sleeping. So let's make sure these follow-up solutions, these automated follow-up solutions are working for you. So let's look for that. Two, I think integrations are key for us if you're looking to make that next step. So what tools are you using, and is it integrated with it? Is it going to integrate with your MLS? Is it going to integrate with your calendaring system? Is it going to integrate with your email? What about those paid services you're using for lead generation? What's in there? If those integrations aren't there, it's not helpful. So look for the integrations. The fewer systems you have to switch between, the more productive you're going to be. Now, the next one, and it probably should have been the first one really, is the ease of use. Don't overcomplicate this. Simple dashboards and a mobile-friendly solution are going to be key for this stuff. Mobile-friendly because we're traveling and we're on the road, and that phone is what we live by these days. So that dashboard has to represent that simplicity. Also, if the dashboard is overwhelming, we just don't know what to look at. So make sure you are focusing on the ease of use. Now, if you have an assistant or a team to design this, this may not be the biggest need for you because you could have someone designed to be there at all times. Because again, if you're one, you need simple. If you're a 2, 3, 5-man team more, it can be a little more complex because they can do more things and you can have someone focus on that CRM on a daily basis. But I will tell you, overall, if your CRM feels like a chore, you're not going to use it. Pick one that makes that easier life for you. So now let's talk money. Should you go free or should you go paid? Well, let's just talk about this for a quick second. You pay for what you get for, right? That's just kind of the bottom line. But on the same token, we just shouldn't go randomly spending money that's out there just to go do it, because we're a business and every dollar needs to be counted for. It's got to be held accountable, and we got to make sure we're getting the most for it. So just spending money to spend money is not always great, but just going for free, you're going to get limited options because, well, it's free. So let's talk about some of the CRMs that are there. You have HubSpot. Again, it's got a real basic lead generation, but you're doing most of this stuff on your own. You have your MLS. And I've always said this, for the most part, most of us should be starting with our MLS as a CRM. It is an already paid for solution. You are paying for it on a monthly basis, most likely, or whatever your breakdown is, to have access to it. And it gives you a lot of those bells and whistles. You will eventually outgrow it. But once you outgrow it, you will then know what you need next in that next tool, answering some of those key features we talked about earlier. You're going to know which ones you need. And then you can start evaluating those tools out there. So if you're a brand new, a free CRM is fine. But once you start getting that pipeline to grow, you're going to need something more powerful. So again, my thing is start with free or your MLS, which I think MLS is always the best solution. But when you're looking to pay for that CRM? It's going to be when you have too many leads to track manually, right? You could actually build the spreadsheet. That would be a perfectly acceptable CRM. But the problem becomes it's going to be harder and harder to track and harder to follow up. When you start losing deals because follow-up stinks, it's probably time to start paying for a CRM. Now, I'm not a big fan of this statement, but there is some truth to it. Even if one extra deal a year pays for your CRM, it's a no-brainer. You should be investing in it. Now, I'm going to caution against that statement because we hear it all the time. I go to conferences 2 to 3 times a year, and all the marketers out there, they use that same thing. One deal pays for this. Well, if you paid for everything you're at a conference, you'd need 100 deals, if not more, just to pay for everything. It's not always smart. But I will say for a CRM, this is definitely one that I believe. If it can help you close one more deal a year, you've paid for that expense. So last but not least, how do you actually implement your CRM? And how do you do it the right way? So let's start. You're going to have to import your contacts. Now, the nice thing about most CRMs is they have a template. So all you have to do is copy that template when you put it in there and put it in place. So you're going to upload your past clients, your leads, your SOI, your sphere of influence, to help make this move forward. Now, the other thing you're going to want to do is start tagging them at the same time when you put them in there. So you may have to import a couple different strategies, like your SOI be a different group, your contacts, your phone contacts being one, your leads being another. Because the reason being is step 2, you're going to start needing to set up follow-up solutions. Create some sort of nurture sequence. Most of these tools have some templates in place, and they're plenty good enough to start with. But once you do that, you can assign them to those follow-up programs, and now they're starting to reach out. It's going to tell them when to email, when to make phone calls, when to text. Some will do for you automatically, and it'll be great. So as soon as you can automate your follow-ups, that way no one will slip through those cracks. 3, your CRM is only as useful as the data you have put into it. So log all those communications. Every call, every text, every email, track it and put it in the CRM. Some of the CRMs that we had mentioned earlier will do some of that tracking for you. It's really kind of cool. The agents who use the CRMs daily are the ones closing the most deals, period. So let's wrap this up. What are we looking at here today? We have talked about the best CRMs for real estate agents, what features you need, and how to actually use them to close more deals. So here's what I need from you. Drop a comment below. Tell me what CRM you are using today, because I did not come close to talking about them all. Do you love it? Do you hate it? What features are you looking for in your CRM? Drop a comment below. Tell me. Also, hit the like, subscribe, hit the bell so you don't miss a single new video that comes out and every episode we have in place. Hope you have a great day, and we'll see you at the next video.